So 2022 is almost over. 2023 is right around the corner. If you haven't heard it yet, Happy New Year. Let's talk to Dana, the CEO of Hemlane, talk about small mom and pop landlords and what they learned in 2022. How you doing, Dana?
I'm great. Thanks for having me again.
Can you imagine that this year is almost over? It's a couple of days away from 2023.
I know. And, I'm excited about it. The world has not only changed, but also the market has changed. I think with a down market and interest rates and inflation and everything we've seen, there comes a lot of opportunity there. I'm a little bit excited for this change in the cycle of what was a boom and people resetting expectations here.
Yeah, the thing that I've been saying, and I think it's right in Hemlane's wheelhouse, is um, the easy money is over, right? Omar and I have talked about for a year and a half that anybody and their brother could have made money in this real estate market, but it's now over. It's only the good operators that are going to win.
Yep.
People that focus on the bottom line, customer service, quality. It is back to blocking and tackling. It is back to, just small positive steps forward. The easy money is over, and I like it. There's going to be a lot of distress, a lot of pain. There's a lot of people that overpaid, have negative cash flow, short term debt. But as somebody who has focused on operations for 22 years and somebody who works with Hemlane, it's like, okay, great. Our market is here. Let's help people. Let's help people be better landlords. Let's provide better service. Let's have an audit trail. Let's just do the right thing. So I think the market's coming to Hemlane. I think Hemlane is much stronger at the end of this because, again, the easy money is over. And it's like, okay, we got the best operational platform. Let's just keep moving forward.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I think for me, when I look back at it, landlords who have been patient, conservative, buy and hold long term, not looking to make big money overnight with the fix and flip, those who've been very patient with their investments have really found in 2022 and going into 2023, wow, I had the right strategy. And I think that is the coolest thing because there was this point, you're right, when money was so easy that you would get these sort of rookies going into fix and flip, where, yes, when you have really low interest rates and prices are going up, even if you're not doing things correctly, you can still make money.
Mhm.
And it was easy for them to come out and be like, oh, I make so much more than all of you who just buy and hold and have
I got
yeah,
tagged probably 100 times from some novice Airbnb rent who got lucky with timing. They down selected quality. It's not in a great location, not great quality, but they're like, my cash flow is 5x you long term rental guys, and I'm like, all
yep,
right, just wait, just wait. Now
exactly.
they're underwater. They one of these idiots says he hasn't had a booking in 45 days. I'm like, good luck with that mortgage payment.
Yep, exactly. And so I think that is like one of the biggest takeaways that I've seen and had is we've been talking about this strategy of buy one rental at a time. You don't get rich overnight, but it is the best strategy for you to set up, and you have to be patient with it and really set up a plan and have your buy box. And now it's really coming to fruition. And that's exciting because these real estate investors are coming back and saying, wow, that actually is working. And I've locked in these low interest rates.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that was the biggest takeaway for me. What about you, Michael? And then I have a couple more.
Yeah, when I look at why I'm so excited for next year, it really just comes down to blocking and tackling, right? How am I going out and finding tenants? Hemlane helps me do that one step at a time. How do I communicate? Audit trail. Audit trail is a big deal for me because I didn't have that in the beginning, right? I had Excel and, we were literally faxing receipts back and forth. Crazy to think about. Hemlane provides that. Lease renewal. What's going on in the market? It's all about operations. The people that profit in 2023 will be good operators. They will fine tune their operations. That's who wins, right? It's not fun. It's not sexy. It's not Airbnb. It's not arbitrage. It's not burr. It's boring, long term hold, 1 month at a time, do the right thing, good customer service. And that excites me. I like when the easy money is gone because the easy money attracts gamblers, speculators. And that just makes me physically uncomfortable. And I'm just excited for next year. All those people go away, they lose their properties, whatever happens, happens. And we just keep being ourselves. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. The other one for me that was really interesting, and it was constantly this balance, and it really reminds you of it now of how lucky we were in the interest rate climate that we had, but was price versus interest rate, because those are obviously two variables on your pro forma of when you're looking to say, here's my buy box, let me put in the numbers and see what this looks like. And I don't, even me personally didn't realize how lucky we were with those low interest rates until saw where they're going now, being like, wow, those, locking into those low interest rates. I mean, I don't know about you, Michael, but I can't even predict whenever we would have interest rates that low.
No. Again, I did something about a year and a half ago, and I'm glad I have receipts. We did this thing called, at the time, it was called the 50-year spreadsheet. It's now 52, soon to be 53 when we get January numbers. 2021 was the second best year ever to buy a home, according to Affordability. 2010 was the best year, at least in the last 50. And I kept screaming from the hills, like, you guys are not paying attention. These rates sub 3, are you kidding me? Right. So, yeah, the one thing that's happened this year is we have seen a fastest rise in interest rates on a percentage basis ever.
Wow.
Now, as we end the year, at least as of November, I don't know December numbers yet. As of November, it's the second least affordable market, with the only year being worse is 1980 or 81.
Wow.
It's bad
Yeah.
affordability. And this is why I think we have 5 years of just boring operations. This is my whole thesis, right? We've gone from 6.5 million transactions to 4. The
Yeah.
demand curve has shifted dramatically. We are just going to go through. Interest rates will trend down as we have a recession. Wages will trend up. I do think we have wage spiral inflation. Prices in some markets, Phoenix, Vegas, Sacramento, Austin, trouble because of iBuyers, but that will be over soon. I believe most of the country is baselining now. And, it's just going to be a kind of boring operations. There will be opportunity where there's great pain, there's great opportunity. It's going to take daily discipline and focus. And if you already have units, just focus on your tenants, provide good housing, provide audit trail, good service. I can tell you this, a good operator, Dana, and what Hemlane will provide is prevent turnovers. If you can
Yes.
prevent turnovers because you have better communications, you're communicating with the tenant how you want them to communicate, and you have audit trail to protect you, that it's going to be about operations. Good landlords should focus on less turnover for the next year, in my opinion.
Yep. Couldn't agree more with that. And the other one is on the rental rate side. I saw that to also be reflecting in 2022 and what happened with rental rates, given what was happening in the market, also to be something where landlords will really walk away saying, I can't predict what's going to happen with rental rates in the future. And you forecast it as much as you can. But we were really lucky with what was happening with rental rates, and being able to use that to just increase the cash flow. I believe that we'll walk away and say, not going to be that lucky in the future. And
Yeah.
so, to your point, tightening up those operations and really learning from that will be really important for next year.
Yeah, the last thing I'll kind of wrap up here with rents as well. The things that I'm telling folks is, if you're in apartments, and Jonathan Twombly, a syndicator, Anna Kelly, a syndicator, we all think that rental rates in apartments get soft. Houses are going to be very interesting, because we are seeing some markets where housing, like I think it was the Northwest. And again, this came from Rick Policios at John Burns Real Estate Consulting on Twitter. People can go verify it. I believe in July of this year, 1% of active listings of a home switched to be a rental. As of November, so what, 5 months later, 14% of listings have transitioned from active for sale to active for rent. So people, do yourself a favor, look at your rent box, your location, figure out what is going with, are you seeing more listings of rental homes or less? There is a chance that like Airbnb, I've personally picked on a lot these last two videos. Maybe some of those short-term rentals they give up, they become month to month, midterms, whatever. So watch your market because it's going to be a very different year, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't agree. And it's, we're seeing it even, well, here in San Francisco, as close to the Northwest as possible. Folks will put their property on market and then say, wait, I'm not getting the price I want. Let me flip it into a rental. And so that will be an interesting about the increase in that supply. And then how does that impact rental rates? And of course, every market will be entirely different. So really know your market.
Yeah. This is a time, again, it's going to be all about operations, finding good quality tenants, being good customer service, watching your market. Some of you in single family homes will have the ability to push rents. Some of you won't. If you have multiple units, sharing walls and all that stuff, maybe you have rent declines. Focus on less turnover. Again, I've said this many times. I will give a $50 discount to keep a tenant if that's where it comes down to. Next year is about operations. Watch the bottom line. Easy money is over. Let's have fun. And oh, by the way, go shopping. You never know where you can find a great deal. Dana, if somebody wanted to take a trial or see what Hemlane's all about, how would they do that?
Yeah, go to www.hemlane, which is HEMLANE.com, and just mention Michael Zuber or One Rental at a Time for 20% off your first year.
That's so nice of you to do that for this channel. Dana, thank you for creating the video, the PDF. You're amazing. It's been an amazing year. I won't talk to you till next year. You're on timeout.
Thanks so much. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.